love a good meal? Do you love a good cookbook?
Yes.
Well, we are combining these things for you, especially if you love desserts.
Yes.
We've got a very special and familiar guest here on CoastLife today. We're welcoming Dru Tevis once again to the CoastLife couch.
Great to be back.
We always love having you. Thanks for coming back.
Absolutely,
Yes.
my pleasure.
Now you're here to sort of promote a very interesting cookbook and an event that you guys are doing.
Yes.
And teaming up with our friends at Browse About.
Yes, yes. So this coming Monday at Fish On, we are doing a cookbook tour event for the book 50 Pies, 50 States.
Yum.
And this is a book that was written by Stacey May Yan Fong. She started this project as a blog in 2016 where she made a decision. She loved, she was an immigrant to this country when she was young. She grew up in Savannah, Georgia, originally from Singapore, grew up in Hong Kong. And she just found that like so much of being in America was learning about it through the food. She was applying for a green card. And you guys know the process they put them through to do that. Like they end up knowing more about America than we do as American citizens. So through studying for that, like she found like you learn so much about area's culture from their food. So she decided to do this project through a blog that she was gonna bake a pie for every single state. She was gonna do research on each state and kind of look into the culture of that state, the food, the history, and determine what the best pie would be, develop it, bake it, and then dedicate it to a person from that state and actually physically give it to them. So that was a huge part of the book as well. It took her 5 years to get through the project, and it wasn't originally going to be a book. It was just like she is a fashion designer. That was her trade. That's what she was doing. This was a side project, and it turned into her main hustle eventually. So it's such a cool book.
That's my kind of research.
Yeah,
Great pies,
eating through
baking.
like it definitely. And she lived in Brooklyn at the time of doing this. Also, like she had access to a lot of different cultures and people, and so she did a lot of research there. But then she would actually go, and she didn't go to every state, but she went to a lot of the states as she was creating this book.
Well, I think traveling through food is a little bit more affordable than traveling via plane ticket.
For sure, for sure. Yeah.
Have you taken a peek inside the book? Can you give us some sneak peeks on what kind of pies?
So I guess we should talk about Delaware's pie event.
Are we a peach pie?
It is a peach pie.
Yes.
It is a peach pie.
Good job.
So for Delaware, she created a peach custard pie. So Delaware was the 8th one she did.
Nice.
So
It's good being first.
it's good being first. Yep, she focused on that. So what I spend a lot of time in the summer working with Bennett Orchards and Bennett Peaches, so a lot of people think like Georgia's most known for peaches. Delaware was first. We were doing them before Georgia. And Bennett has been growing peaches for 6 generations. Henry Bennett, who I did, I do a demo with at the historic Lewis Farmers Market every summer. They have the best peaches, not only in the state, but I think on the East Coast, maybe in the country. Peaches are big in this state, so that's part of the reason that she chose a peach custard pie. She also took note of how important poultry is in the state, and so that's why she ultimately developed the peach custard pie. She wanted to do something highlighting eggs, and so that's how the peach custard pie was born.
I was thinking it'd be like a chicken pot pie with like chicken or something.
And there are a lot of savory pies in the book. She did do a lot of savory pies, California's pies, and artichoke pie. But the fact that it's peaches and then incorporating the custard for chickens is pretty cool.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah. So what could attendees of Monday's event expect if they come out?
So Stacey will be there. You get a copy of her book signed by her, and she'll be talking about the blog, how the whole project came to be. She'll certainly be talking about the Delaware pie, and I am making the Delaware pie for guests to sample.
Oh, good. And you know, Dru, so I'm amateur baker, you're a professional baker, right? So who would you recommend this book for? Is it something that anyone could pick up and just start baking?
Absolutely. I think she should consider herself a professional baker now. She actually worked for, after she lost her job in fashion because of COVID. And so she pivoted and got a job at 4 and 20 Blackbirds, a famous bakery in Brooklyn that I have many friends who have worked at over the years. So we have that connection there too.
Nice.
So she turned her hobby and blog into her profession, worked there for a year and a half, and really studied up. So but she developed all these recipes for home bakers. So this is very much a book for anybody.
Perfect.
So we'll be there.
Yes, yes. It's really a great gift, I think, as well.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Very cool. Oh, great.
Yeah, so especially if you've got a baker in your life and you want to get them a signed copy and then you eat the pie, you know, it's
Perfect. I'll buy the
win-win.
book. I'll bring in pies for 50 days.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really cool day, and I actually have another secret pie that everybody's going to get a sample of that day as well, that kind of combines some of Stacy's history and my history. And so you'll see a relation to Holiday Baking Championship with that pie, and it's something that's special to Stacy too. So not going to reveal that ahead of time.
so
You have to come to the
go.
event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, all
Do,
right.
do people have to sign up ahead of time?
Yep, so
Okay.
there's tickets. You can go on Soto's website or Browse About's website, and there's a link to the tickets.
Easy enough.
My Instagram as well. There's a link to the tickets
Perfect.
as well.
Good.
And
good.
the when and where, just one more time for people because I know they want to go.
Yes, so it is this Monday at Fish On from 3 to 5 o'clock.
You got it. Did you write it down? Cool.
Be there.
If you didn't, go to his Instagram.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Dru, thank you so much for sharing about this really cool event, this really special book.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot to look forward to on Monday.
There is, and it's my pleasure being
Thank you,
here.
Dru.
Thank you.
And there's a lot more to look forward to with more Coast Life when we get back.